Hello and welcome to Tallinn, Estonia. And this is the old gate into the town of Tallinn. This place has been settled by people for 10,000 years at least, but it was in the end of the 13th century when Denmark came here and built a castle, and that has given the name to the city. Tallinn means Danish castle, but that name is rather new because if you came here 150 years ago, it would be called something else. Because before the Estonian independence, after the First World War, this city was called Reval, and they wanted to change it when Estonia became its own free country. The Danes built a castle here and held it for a little bit over 100 years. But it's not only the Danish that has been here. In the 17th century, this city was actually Swedish for over 150 years. Tallinn and Estonia was Swedish. I have now entered the city wall. They had cannons aimed out from the city walls. I am now walking along the city walls that the Danish built back in the 13th century, and they are remarkably well preserved, and the view from here is truly beautiful. And yeah, very cool. Tallinn has one of the Europe's best preserved medieval town centers, or medieval towns. It might even be the best preserved one. Very, very nice. But I'm reaching a wall, the end of the wall, and can probably the view is okay, but it's hidden by this monstrosity of a ugly building. But yeah, very cool place. And here in the side of the walls are the actual openings to attack. This is the outside side of the wall. And this is the inside. It's fair to say that even if this is a rather small city, it has grown the past 800 years, which is not surprising to anyone. To continue our history of Estonia, after the Swedes lost in the Great Nordic War in 1720 something, it was taken over by Russia and held Estonia until the First World War, when it got its independence. But it was very short-lived, because in the Second World War it was again taken by the Soviet Union and held until 1990s. So even if it has a long history, this country is rather new, you could say, but a very long and great history. I have reached the other end of the wall, but there is a tower, so let's check it out. It feels very strange because I'm basically alone here. Okay. These steps. Oh, it's getting narrow. Oh, reached the top. That was probably the tallest steps I've ever seen. Let's see the view. This is the outside side of the city walls, and far in the distance, I don't know if you can see, there's a cruise ferry, probably going to Helsinki. Actually, Helsinki is only 80 kilometers from here, over the Gulf of Finland, I think it's called. Not entirely sure about that, but yeah, it's not very far. And it's a little bit embarrassing that I haven't been here before. Especially with the history and the culture between Finland and Estonia. I should have come here before, but oh well, better late than never. And here's the view from the tower. Old town Reval. Okay, let's go back down. Careful now. There we go. We're back down on the streets. Let's go check out this church. We are now on the main square of old town Tallinn. It looks fairly like many other town squares in Scandinavia. But this is not Scandinavia. But it could be close enough. So, I said before that Estonia is very close to Finland, and it's also very close in culture and language. And I have many times already had to bite my tongue and not say hello or thank you in Finnish, because it's very much like Finland here. And of course, this is not a church, it's the city hall. Just because it has a steeple doesn't make it a church. Who knew? It's just a clock tower. And here next to the town hall is a Danish flag. You could think, but that's actually the sign. What is that called? The colors of Tallinn. One interesting thing is when the Danish took this place over, there was a very famous painting made from that historical event. It was probably painted long after it happened, but it's this picture where the Danish flag came down from the sky, and from that moment it was the flag of Denmark, and it's actually the oldest flag that is still in use. But that happened also here.
You guys were getting down.
I am now outside the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral here in central Tallinn, and it's very beautiful, from the old Russian times. It's an Russian Orthodox cathedral, and it's very beautiful architecture. Sadly, you were not allowed to film inside, but it was beautiful. Like all of the Catholic churches, they are very well decorated with gold and icons and all that Christian stuff. All right, let's continue our exploration of the old town. I stumbled upon something that looks like a viewing platform. I'm on top of the hill that the old town was built on, and I think this is like a viewing place. Let's see. And here's the view. Not much to see, to be honest. But you can see the sea. That will probably be the most anticlimactic piece of video I've ever created.
Gefällt dir das? Die denkt, sie kriegt was ab. Ja, ja, keiner bloß dabei. Ja.
Die weiß das ganz genau.
All right, after that disappointment, let's keep going. I mean, I didn't expect to anything, but it looked like a nice viewpoint, but yeah. Not every viewpoint has a beautiful view. That's a saying, isn't it? It is now. Wait, I see another viewpoint. Is this the redemption? Oh, really need a good view here. Yes, much better. Tallinn has redeemed itself. It does have beautiful views. Who was I to doubt? Ah, that feels good. But it also has these views. But it's just an old forgotten alleyway next to the beautiful views. So this is a monument to the Independence War that was fought here between 1918 and 1980, and it was a war that was fought against the Russian to gain independence. Usually when I travel like this, I don't really do too much research beforehand. It makes it more fun to actively explore places when you are here. But of course I look up some things, but usually I just want to walk around and find different things, like this statue here. Probably some kind of freedom fighter. But yeah, I usually don't do too much research beforehand. I usually do it, if I do it at all, I do it when I arrive. It feels a bit like being in a forest. It is a little bit overgrown with the grass, but maybe they want it that way. I am now in the governor's garden. Yes, it's called that because behind me there's an actual castle, very much like the castles we have in Sweden. And this castle is very much still in use, as it's the House of Parliament here. So here we have it, an actual castle. And yeah, what else to say? The lawn here is much more well kept than in the other park I just came from. So maybe it has a tiny bit higher priority. But let's check out the view from here. Buses. Not much to see, but probably a good fortification you could have from here back in the days when this place was used as a defense. All right, let's keep exploring. Ever since Estonia's independence, the Estonian flag has been raised and taken down every morning and night since the independence in 1918. And the flag is blue for the blue Nordic sky, black for the dark past and the dark soil, and the white is for a bright future. The amount of towers around this old town is amazing. It's like being back in Lucerne. Just look at this. 4 towers in a row. There is also one on this side. So it's quite beautiful. It's very cool. I have now basically walked all around the old town to see all the walls, and it's incredible how much of the wall still stands. I would say almost like half the wall is still up, and most of the towers. It's very, very impressive how well it's preserved from when it was built like 500, 600, 700 years ago. But I'm now inside the city walls again, and yeah, let's see how much else there is to see. I've been walking all day, so my legs are a little bit tired, but we'll see. I also have something planned early tomorrow morning, so it will be an early night tonight. But if this is the last clip for today, I want to say thank you for watching, and tune in tomorrow because I have other big plans. See you then. Bye.